I'm not sure if you saw this, but Max Holloway at UFC 300 just knocked out Justin Gaethje in the most ridiculous, most exhilarating fashion that we've seen in recent memory. But is Max Holloway a star? Sean O'Malley at UFC 299, one event prior, avenged his only loss against Chito Vera with a lopsided decision. And afterwards, Dana White said that the event broke the Florida gate record with $14.1 million and was the fourth highest gate in UFC history. But is Sean O'Malley a star? That word floats around quite a bit when it comes to different fighters, necessarily or unnecessarily. And it's a question that I posed to a few of my friends in the MMA media space. But I want to ask you, before we dig into this, what is a star in the UFC? Who is a star in the UFC? And who has the potential to become a superstar? The first person that I ask is a vet in the game, James Lynch. I go to him often when I have questions or need some insight into certain topics. And he told me this. He said, I think there are different tiers of stars. I think a guy like O'Malley is a star, but not a superstar. Jon Jones and Conor McGregor are superstars. I can poll 30 random people and I bet people know who they are. I can't say the same for O'Malley. So there's a clear line of delineation between a star and a superstar. A superstar, to put it simply, transcends the sport. They're not just known within the UFC or MMA circles, they're household names. Superstars draw massive audiences. They're the main attraction, capable of headlining the biggest events and significantly driving pay-per-view sales. Their fights become must-watch events, even for people who aren't typically MMA fans. Think of Brock Lesnar. Superstars also have crossover appeal. Superstars often break into mainstream media, appearing in movies, talk shows, and commercials. They're known by people who might not have ever watched a UFC fight. Think of Ronda Rousey. Superstars also influence beyond the Octagon. Their impact goes beyond just their fights. They can affect the popularity of the sport as a whole, influence trends within the sport, and significantly affect the business side of the UFC. Go no further than the notorious one, Conor McGregor. And lastly, they're ambassadors of the brand. Superstars often carry major endorsements representing big brands both within and outside the sports world. Think of Jon Jones. Don't forget, he had a Nike sponsorship. So let's put the superstars aside. We know their status. Let's talk about stars. What makes a star? I don't think it's an exact science, but you can loosely chop it up into 4 parts or checkpoints a fighter has to hit. In-cage skill and performance, personality, charisma, and marketability, social media presence and public presence, and finally, narratives and relatability.
In order to be a star in the UFC, you have to perform inside the octagon first and foremost. If you can't stack a few W's together, there's a strong likelihood that you're not going to make it to star status.
Skill and performance. The foundation of a UFC star is their ability to shine inside the octagon. This includes dominating performances, finishing ability, and technical superiority. Consistency in winning fights, especially in a spectacular manner, is crucial for standing out and catching the public's eye.
You have to win fights. At a certain point, you can't be a guy or a woman that constantly loses. You have to win far more than you lose, or else it's going to be hard to hold on to that stardom factor.
Personality, charisma, and marketability. These elements combine a fighter's unique personality with their ability to sell fights. A strong, engaging personality, whether through humor, intensity, or something uniquely their own, helps build a fan base. Marketability extends to a fighter's looks, backstory, or relatability, enhancing their appeal not just in the cage, but as a figure within the broader UFC ecosystem.
Just an ounce, okay? Just an ounce of personality, and I promise you, you're so much more ahead than the next guy.
I think there are intangible elements outside of the cage, like charisma and personality and charm and ability to connect with the audience well in things like interviews and live streams, because that's just where we're going these days within media.
Social media and public presence. The way a fighter engages with the world outside the octagon, especially through social media, is increasingly vital. Active engagement with fans, sharing training insights, personal stories, or simply entertaining content helps grow their following. This presence is augmented by their activities outside fighting, like appearing in movies, TV shows, charity work, increasing their appeal beyond MMA fans.
I think a social media presence is a big part of that. You see a lot of athletes that have success, that are charismatic, that are good interviews, that are good talkers, that just don't put a ton of focus on Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever platform it may be, and therefore don't resonate the way that some of their contemporaries that put a lot of focus and put a lot of effort into those things tend to connect with people.
And last, but certainly not least, are narratives and relatability. And we mentioned relatability earlier, but this digs a little bit further into it. Storylines, including rivalries and personal journeys, are extremely powerful. They can be about overcoming adversity, pursuing redemption, or engaging in intense rivalries. These narratives, along with a fighter's relatability and backstory, make fans more invested in their careers, turning fighters into stars by connecting them on a deeper level with the audience.
The most important thing for me that defines a star is how an individual fighter gets a casual viewer to interact with and watch the sport, be it to watch that person win or to watch them get sparked the fuck out.
Now, these are just the thoughts that I've gathered from talking to my peers, my friends, people who don't even know or follow the UFC. This is what I feel constitutes the makings of a star. But let me know what you think. Who is a star in the UFC? And who has the ability to turn up and become a superstar? Let me know. Till next time.